It's me, Aceholyo, the latest, the greatest, your favorite Aceholyo. Okay, so where are we at? We're still super early in the game. We got 1400 ferrite dust. Got a little bit of sodium to hold me over. Now that I think about it, I have the cobalt, and now with that ferrite, I can probably start making some batteries. Oops, that'll do. How many of these do I need? How many can I make? That's a better, might be a better question. Can I? There we go. 6. Let's go with like 30. So like 26 ought to do it. Close enough. So, don't need to carry this. Might as well store the nav data and any location charts in the ship, as I'll be using the ship when I go to use those. It's kind of questionable if I should keep onto these relics. They're good, but sort of hard to take advantage of just at any time. Keep some of my rarer resources. Worth some money. Let's open these, even if it's mostly just cobalt. That's worth something. Ooh, an ionized cobalt. That's pretty good. I guess there used to be a quad cobalt option, but that's gone now. Oh, that's fine. We can turn this into more cobalt later. Alright, so what's our objectives? Establish a base. This may be a good spot. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go there. Infringe on this ancient relic kind of location. That. Might as well scan whatever I can, whenever I can. Oh, Ratuskeum. Alright. It's a bizarre looking thing. Huh. Maybe it's larval? I don't know. Again, I'm not really too interested in establishing a base right away. We could really just float around, I think. Oh, another milestone. Alright, we're getting somewhere. 8,000, huh? That didn't take very long. What's my fuel state? We just don't have that much dihydrogen. You know, I think we ought to leave it here. Just hoof it, so to speak. Like, let's go that way. Just go north. If you don't have much of a HUD, you do run in circles. I've done it a couple of times myself. There's another one? No, it's interesting how much some of these vary. Huh. Maybe they're different genders? Not sure. Not too worried about it. Another day in No Man's Sky. Sitting here collecting carbon. What I really need is that hydrogen over there. Whoa. Have to have a nice stack of carbon eventually so we can get our initial little domicile built. Shield ourselves and find a good place to keep our base computer and get all those juicy blueprints for free, relatively. Alright. Heading north, trying to pick up plenty of knowledge fragments and hydrogen while we're at it. Try to have some Starship launch fuel made by the time we're there, or maybe we'll even encounter a launch ship or another wrecked vessel. See if we can't fix that and find one that already has a pre-built launch regeneration system. That'd be pretty nice. For now, on northward bound we go. Hopefully, this time around, my audio is just a little bit better. Some people made a point of letting me know that I was having basically you could hear my fan a little too much, so hopefully that's a little bit more subdued this time around. That's a big monolithic rock. Pun intended. Alright, knowledge. Yeah, I gotta go for these things, right? They might be, What? Oh, it's down there. Well, I have a terrain manipulator now. Burrow into the earth to acquire the valuables and riches contained within. Oh. Ah. Can't catch me. A little too observant for that most of the time. It is nice to be on a relatively chill and stable planet. Oh, that was pretty close. Not being constantly worried about melting or freezing to death. All right. Speaking of that, the weather outside's been really great lately here. It's a bit rainy, but I'm always a fan of inclement weather. Just not too hot. That's super nice. Live in a nice temperate part of the world myself. I wonder how it is for the rest of y'all. Is it hot, cold, wet, snowy, rainy? I guess it might depend on where you live and how you're feeling. Maybe your emotions don't play a factor on the weather where you're at, like it does for me. I'm just kidding, of course. Ah, he looks mean. Don't want to mess with him. Can't make some more launch fuel. Really, I guess I don't need double rainbow. Not a very pretty rainbow. More like green spew. Yeah, this is such a verdant planet. There's so many things walking around. Crazy. Continue heading north. Don't mind if I do. Trying to think a little bit about what other kind of augment or additional content I could put on here to augment my this stream. I'm only just getting started, so I'm not really in too big of a rush to upload just boatloads of content. Again, I think I kind of want to aim for about 2 episodes a day. So we're gonna have a nice long recording session this time around, and have a day and a half off and make something else. I'm gonna record a couple short videos. I'll pick some interesting older game I have to record over the top, to audio record over the top, to, you know, for channel updates, things like that. Sort of what I'm working on with my OBS recordings and my experience as a shotcut. Again, I'm not really trying to make any tutorials, but you know, I need to achieve a much greater level of professionalism. Wow, why is that different, I wonder? Is it sulfurous? This is where I want to crouch and put my hand on my chin and think. Is it just that it's so far in this cavity that it's just a different environment? Is it life making it that color? Is it elements? Is it just that the rest of the surface here is scorched gray and down there is a little more protected from the sun? I can only imagine lots of potential reasons. Ooh. Yes, please. Hey, free hydrogen. Or maybe the dagger. I suppose the hydrogen is just stacked up income. Hadn't quite ticked off yet. Boxes everywhere. Yeah. Ammo. Yeah, I'm picking up a lot of relics here. I gotta go down there, right? I mean, I had the fuel to launch again. Gotta go see what's going on with that. Maybe we'll, go around the perimeter a bit more before we head down in there. Oh, and maybe we'll, relying on this along that long journey. I've left this here in the middle of the video to ask you to like, subscribe, check out my Patreon, or maybe just buy me a coffee. Remember, your support is everything. I'll do that. Catnip, yeah, really, it's everything. I'm getting all sorts of relics, I suppose, or cultural items, or whatever you call those. Things that people like, depending on who you give it to. Sort of like, Stardew Valley. Yeah, that's the analogy we'll make. A little more about my upload schedule. I intend to pretty much just be releasing a video or two every midnight. Getting lots of milestones. Alright, 2,000. Ooh. Well, I didn't melt. It must not be acid. Tiny creatures. Saw one of those the other day. And that's a useful conjunctive word. Believe. At least I think it's useful. I mean, I don't know about you, but what is this? It almost looks like a large volume of copper. We're digging into the water. That's really neat looking. I don't know. It's not ore. Maybe this is just as cool as building a base up on top of it. One of those formations up on the surface. It's just as rich too. Well, there's not as much plant life, I guess. Is it a competitive environment? They're fighting for every scrap of food. Oh, look, hydrogen. Okay, let's address the recharging the things, like life support. And I don't imagine I can crawl out of here. Let's just say that it's totally impossible, or likely impossible. Okay. Dinky little ship, doing the job for now. Here we go. Okay, let's go see if we can't find someone to render assistance to. Yeah, that's the goal. Be helpful. It's not like I want to replace my ship or nothing. Look, a distress signal. What happens next? Stick around to find out. While I continue to think about my announcery voice. A little ways away. Just head that way for a couple minutes before we take off into space and try to, shorten the trip. But I like to at least give it a chance, see if I might see some other buildings or signs of civilization. I wonder, were all of these trees cut? Was there some great forest here and everyone's like, oh, we just want the top half of it? They all seem to be rather cleanly modified. least these huge standing ones. You can almost fly in between them. I ain't gonna try that. Huh, there's something. Two somethings, or at least a little settlement. It's even got a landing beacon. Yoru shed? For that. And then I'm sitting here thinking, do I also go for that one? Yeah, might as well. Sprint past this guy real quick. 4. Or maybe it's more like 4. Hard to say. As though I don't know my own language. There, look at me, arrogantly calling it my own language. Ha! My native tongue? Maybe that's a little bit better way to refer to it. Okay. Give me the free stuff, please. Which apparently, Epic Games is giving away free stuff. Not that I have been asked or paid to make any such reference, but might as well. Free stuff, right? Doesn't cost you nothing. The game ends up in your library, whatever is available at the time, if you go there to claim it, and you just keep it. Hooray. I mean, it might be, you know, a grander, I say scheme, but I mean, you gotta make money you gotta spend money to make money. Nothing wrong with that. We're just hoping to increase traffic and give people more reasons to check them out. So, do so if you like free games. Unless you would prefer to support the developer. I'm sure many of you would. I usually do. In that I get free games very rarely. Bought this one. Warrior stares at me with hostile, fiery eyes. They look with disdain at my exosuit, slimy from my trudge through the swamp. Nonetheless, the life form bows in greeting. Tradition and honor perhaps dictate it. Ooh, I know a bunch of words, like almost the whole thing. That's a huge difference. Yes. But anyways, the interloper weapon is pathetic. The something Viking, you will... No, as for how friendly everyone here, I think we'll just acquiesce. I don't feel in danger, and am about to turn and leave when the creature points towards my multi-tool. They bark with concern and motion to suggest that I should hand it over. Well, please be gentle. The warrior nods in satisfaction. They take my multi-tool and examine it, holding it close before tossing it away with a derisory snort. Instead, they offer me an improved replacement multi-tool. I hope I get to keep my other one. Well, I mean, sure, it doesn't have a huge damage potential, but it's better than the one I have, assuming I can afford to fix these things. It's even got a plasma launcher. Well, yeah, I'll at least take it. Take multi-tool free, why the hell not? It's got a better, trivially better, but still a better scanner range, which is always something I value. Even more so than the damage. Some of the weapons are just great, but... Is that, do you want to help me out anymore? Teach me some words? Swift salute. Brigadier Juaniang greets me with a swift salute, waiting courteously for me to dismiss them. Alright. Sweet. That was a nice come up. Always good to have nice improved things. A beacon sent long ago from a distant system awaits my response. 3 numbers are visible above. An empty input box. I think I know what comes next. Oh yeah. Very clearly it's 2170. Easy pattern recognition. If you need help with that, try elementary school. Or, you know, send me or leave a comment. Maybe I can explain it further. I can elaborate. Oh, you can see that building there we were just in had about three things going on. I like how it points at it, but clearly this ruin is on another planet. Not looking to do that for now. Gonna travel on foot. Oh, Atlas Pass V2 required. to see if we can't make that happen eventually. Though I don't really remember how. You unlock that somewhere on a cargo ship, maybe? I think that's where... Take a quick scan for interesting things. Floating crystal might be worth it.
If you like the video, be sure to like, subscribe, notify, comment, tip, or help in any way you can. Check me out on Odyssey, YouTube, Patreon, or buy me a coffee. Till next time.